Hey there guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video we're going to be talking about 5 things I want to see and 5 things I do not want to see from the last movie in the Skywalker saga, The Rise of Skywalker. Really quick though, please enjoy this little montage I made. Oh! That was pretty intense, wasn't it? I know it was. So basically, just really quick, I'm really hyped for this movie. Something I grew up with. I love Star Wars. Growing up, and I still do to this day. I grew up with the complete saga on the GameCube, the Lego series. Grew up watching Revenge of the Sith, the Clone Wars, TV show on Cartoon Network. I watched every single episode on that, and it's actually on Disney Plus right now, and I've been binge watching it for like the 5,000 millionth time. It's been fun. So let's get into this. 5 things and 5 things I do not want to see. So I think we're going to start with I'm not going to do like top 5 or anything. So one thing I do want to see, and I think it would be kind of cool, is I want to see Palpatine talking through Vader's helmet. And then we're going to kind of relate this to the thing I do not want to see. I do not want to see Palpatine, how he's back. I do not want to see him back as like a clone. I don't like the whole cloning aspect idea thing, so I do not want to see him come back as a clone. Another thing I would like to see is Anakin, which we kind of heard stuff from, what's the actor's name? Hayden Christensen. We heard some stuff that he might make a cameo in this movie, which I hope he does. It would be cool to see him cap off the Skywalker saga. So it would be cool to see Anakin Skywalker make a appearance as a Force Ghost sometime in the movie. Speaking of Force Ghost, one thing I do not want to see is the Emperor Palpatine or whatever, Sidious or Sheev, or he has 10,000 different names. I do not want to see him come as a Force Ghost because back in an interview, George Lucas actually said that dark side users can't take form of Force Ghosts. They can hang on to objects and stuff. They could talk through things. They can go into people, like kind of possession, but they can't like actually become like a Force Ghost. So I don't want to see that because George Lucas, of course, said that, and I feel like what George Lucas says stand, but Disney is in control of Star Wars, so anything really is. So what are we on now? 3. One thing I do really want to see is the whole dark Rey aspect. I hope that is not a vision. I hope that somehow Palpatine possesses her to go to the dark side and she's actually like the villain, and Kylo Ren becomes a good guy. One thing I don't want to see though is I don't want to see some sort of like character dynamic arc where Kylo Ren helps Rey defeat Palpatine, but doing so he sacrifices himself, and then as he's doing so he turns back to the light side and dies, like how Anakin did saving Luke or Vader or whatever you want to do it. I don't want to see that because it's kind of just retelling the story, which really quick I might do a separate video talking about like my least of favorites. But one of the reasons why I like Last Jedi just a tad bit more than Force Awakens is because I felt like Force Awakens was such a rehash of A New Hope. And at least Last Jedi had its flaws and it wasn't the best movie, but I felt like Last Jedi at least had an original storyline. Whereas Force Awakens was just trying to kind of not saying I hated Force Awakens. I'm just saying I liked the Last Jedi aspect more because it was telling an original story, whereas Force Awakens took a lot of stuff from New Hope and it just felt like a rehash. Oh yeah, no. Fourth, let's think of it earlier. Oh, one thing that would be cool is, so obviously, if you guys have watched the trailers and stuff, those aren't Force Order Star Destroyers. Those are Imperial Star Destroyers, which, if you guys played the Battlefront 2 campaign, you know that there's hidden fleets and stuff. So obviously, whatever Ice Kingdom looking thing that is out in the outer regions, that's probably where Palpatine had the Imperial Star Destroyers hidden. So what I would think would be cool is how to wipe out the First Order is to have the Imperials come in and take out the First Order. Somehow like that. Have like the Empire against the First Order. Somehow, something like that. I feel like we might see that in some shape or form. We haven't seen any of like the Empire Stormtroopers. We've only seen the First Order Stormtroopers, at least in the trailers. But I mean, we've seen those are First Orders. I mean, Empire Star Destroyers. Starting to run out of things I want to see. I mean, one thing okay, we're gonna skip the another thing I don't want to see because I'm trying to think. Last thing of what I do want to see is I want to see Rey rebuilding the lightsaber, like actually going to find another kyber crystal and rebuilding the lightsaber. That's what I do want to see, because I mean we haven't really seen that in like movie form. We've seen it in the TV shows and stuff, like the Clone Wars, but I mean, we saw Luke doing it, but it was like a deleted scene from Return of the Jedi. I think it would be cool to actually see Rey going on a mission to get a kyber crystal and reform the lightsaber. I feel like we should see that in the movie, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Either way, it's Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I mean, people hated Last Jedi, and I still loved it, so. There's not one Star Wars movie I hate. There's Star Wars movies are not my favorite, like Phantom Menace or Attack of the Clones, because, you know, I just don't like those movies, but I don't hate them. I'm trying to think of two things, because I got two more things I don't want to see. Mainly just Rey not being a Vision, the whole Kylo Ren, Anakin dynamic. I don't want to see that again. What was the third one I said I don't want to see? I already forget. Oh, another thing I don't want to see, which I don't think it would happen. I really don't. I want them to be very careful with how they finish. Obviously, they don't have. Well, I don't really know, but with Leia, because obviously, late great rest in peace, Carrie Fisher passed away back in 2016. So. They're reusing footage from Force Awakens, so I hope they don't like kill her off in the movie, which I don't think they would, but I just want them to be very careful with how they do it. Because obviously in the TV spots we've seen her holding the Skywalker lightsaber, so I don't know. I just want to be careful with how they portray Leia. So really, one thing I don't want them to see is them mess up Leia, because I don't know. I just don't want to see them do that because it's kind of disrespectful. Okay, last thing I don't want to see. I don't know. I kind of don't want to see Kylo and Palpatine, like, working together, if that makes any sense. I'd like to see everyone kind of just, like, against each other, if that makes sense. So, like, the First Order is against the Empire. Kylo and Rey are still kind of against each other. Rey's against Palpatine. Kylo's against Palpatine. I kind of just want to be like a Resistance versus First Order versus Empire. Wait, that's funny. Yeah. So I just don't really want to see like Kylo and Palpatine like working together. I'd more rather. So it's kind of like a do and I do want to see sort of thing. So yeah. I'm going to do a couple other Star Wars videos before the movie comes out. I don't know how many more. I do got the skip planned, which I hope to film tomorrow. So, we'll get that out for you guys. I'm not sure this is going to come out today. This is Saturday, the 7th. So this might come out today or this might come out Sunday the 8th. So, we'll see. Okay, guys, drop a like on this video if you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Fun Times Productions, sign off. I love you guys very much. Always have fun times. I'll see you guys in the next video.